Yo, what is up? So this is Winter, and he just won the OTS Championship. He won this beautiful princess playmat, which we'll make bigger in just a second. But yeah, he offered to come over and do a deck profile. So he's about to show you the Raid Raptor deck that he topped with. So before we get started there, Winter donated this Crimson Dragon first edition from Duelist Nexus. Here we'll switch over. So Winter donated this Crimson Dragon first ed for you guys, for the viewers. So all you have to do to enter to win this card is to like the video and give it a comment, and we will randomly select one of the comments to win this card. So with that, I'm gonna hand it over to Winter. Check out this amazing playmat.
Yeah, dude, it was baller. It was the most stressful tournament I think I've ever been to. Like playing the crack people at Lubbock, like San Angelo, you name it, we had it. All right,
Nice.
let's get started with it. So this is our 3-0s. I'm playing 3 Tribulanius, 3 Strangle, 3 Bloom Vulture, and then 3 Simorg. These are all kind of like your 1-card starters for the most part. Tribulanius by itself is a 1-card starter for 2 towers. You gotta need another extender to get to the 3rd towers for the most part, but it's just too strong to not play any more of it. It is a normal summon, so if it does get impermed or something, it can be a problem. But and I did see that a little bit throughout the day, but it was kind of a lesser issue for another reason I'll show you guys in a little bit. Strangulatus is also busted. It's a free 2 special summons, gets you to anything. Bloom Vulture is busted. This card came in so clutch today. I saw everyone was playing it.
Is that the one that special summons 2 from the hand?
Yeah, it summons itself in another one. So you get 2 level 4s. You can go into the Y Strix for a free summon from the deck. You can go into a rank 4. It kind of makes anything. Plus, it doesn't lock you by itself. So if I really wanted to play something like Abyss Dweller in it, I could just play that. Summon this.
1 card Abyss Dweller.
1 card Abyss Dweller, pass. Like, that stops so many decks right now. And then some more was also crazy. I played a lot of Fire King. I think I played 3 or 4 rounds against Fire King. This thing, like with it, like if I normal summon Tribulanius, chain 1 this, chain 2 some more, they can't stop they can't ask that. This is a normal summon, so Princess doesn't trigger. That was pretty busted. Alright, for our 2-0s, I'm playing 2 Raiders Wing and 2 Fuzzy. Fuzzy is broken because you get a normal summon, you link it off, you get another Fuzzy if specials itself. That's another free 4. It does lock you, so you can't play like a lot of the you can't play the Kali Yuga package, which I think is pretty good. I don't like the turn skip thing because you can stop it from the hand. And then Raiders Wing was busted. People would the funny thing is I'd summon some more, make it Raiders Night, activate Raiders Night effect. People were like chain imperm, chain effect. I'm like, you can't target, and everyone's getting mad at me, complaining about it the whole time. It's like this keeps you from getting impermed or effect failure until you make your first towers with the Arsenal Falcon.
Nice.
It's insane. For our 1-offs, I kind of keep it low profile. A lot of people are playing 2 Mimicry. I really like 1. I think opening is really a downfall because just increasing or decreasing by 1 doesn't really do enough. The search for any card is broken, but I just didn't see a lot of times where I needed the second one. I think the only time is I played Voiceless Voice, I think twice, and I think that's the only time I really wanted to see 1 up, just because so I can recycle a little bit more. But it was just like it didn't come up again. I play 1 New Orleanius. A lot of people debate on 1 to 3. I really like 1 because it's another normal summon. You already have your busted normal summons here. Bloom Vulture gets you there. It's just kind of if you normal summon it and you target itself and then they get rid of it before it resolves, you kind of just lost your normal summon, plus you don't get the search anymore because it lost its target. It's a little silly. We're playing 1 Healy Eagle just so I can cycle the quick play rank up card, make a 3rd towers and your opponent's turn. Busted. I don't think I saw anybody actually out all 3. I think the closest someone got was the first round against Voiceless, and he got through 2 of them. And then on my turn, I just summoned them both back.
But that's because he has the 4100 guy.
Yeah, that's the only thing that can swing over.
He probably summoned a second one from the deck or something.
Yeah, it was so he just like struggled with it, and then we had to go to game 3, and like my first round I lost because Voiceless Voice is kind of ridiculous. It's a kind of hard counter to this. They're able to remove a lot really quick. or negate your summon, so it kind of stops it a lot. But I mean, if you're going first and if they have less than 3 interruptions, you could pretty much go full combo anytime. For the final one, Raid Raptor, it's a Painlenius. I kind of debated on cutting the Noir and Painlenius just because this has to have its target on fields to summon itself as a level, like with a level 4. Because you summon that normal summon any of these effects summon itself. You take the damage, so going to time you want to side this out usually. But then you get the level 4 and then you go into 4 Strix, which gets you pretty much full combo. That's it for the monsters in the main deck. I think the one things that I would cut in the future events, probably Painlenius and Noir. I didn't see them a lot, and anytime I was going, I didn't go first at all any of the games. I lost every single die roll. I had to break everyone's board, and if I couldn't that game, we go to game 2, I go first. I'm obviously going to side these out and get more non-engine. Playing 1 Skip Force, 1 of the new Quick Play, 1 Roost, which is new, the Glorious Bright, and then I'm playing 3 of the Shadow Conrail for the rest of the engine. These 2 are your core pieces. If you don't have those, you kind of just lose. I had one game where before I could get to the 3rd towers, he was able to banish it with a Cosmic Cyclone, which did hurt, but the 2 other towers just kind of sat there and he couldn't out them. This card is busted. Everyone just thinks it's a rank up by 2, but then they read a second effect, and if your opponent gets rid of one of the towers, you just summon it back in your next turn. Because this banishes itself plus another Raid Raptor monster, target anything in your grave, just summon it back. Yeah. It does not care. It's insane. I saw that come up like 3 times out of, I think, 8 games I played. Roos and Glorious Bright. This card, I got evenly matched. I had 3 towers on field, he evenly matched. I just chained this, negate the evenly match, he passed turn. It was just like, you can't, if this thing's an Omni negate, if you have an XYZ on the field, it's busted, because you can get to an XYZ really fast. And if they imperm, okay, I'm just gonna sit on this and pass. And you're not. It's a free Omni negate. Plus, if you have a chance to recover, banish this. Add any Raid Raptor from the grave hand. I think it's busted. Yeah. And then this is the card that was kind of like a last-second decision. The Shadows, Conroe. I said that wrong. It doesn't matter. This really helps dodging imperm. So a lot of the times, I would have to normal summon Tribulations. I obviously have another Raid Raptor because I'm playing, I think, 17. I haven't counted. I normal summon this, the Imperm. I chain this, Tribute, add a Bloom Vulture, and Bloom Vulture free special summon the 2. So good. And that's still full combo.
Still get Tribute Lanius's dump.
Yeah, so then you dump Mimicry, and Mimicry gets you any card. So you have free extension. And then for the non-engine, it's kind of weird. I couldn't figure out how I want the ratios I wanted, so for the spells, it was 1 called by 2 talons. Going like if I was going second, these 2 were busted. I get someone with 8 Ash me, I look at their hand, there's a nib. I'm gonna obviously drop the nib. And then I just go combo from there. Call by I saw once out of I think 18 games I played. Nice. I saw this nowhere to be seen except against Fire King, where they activate a princess, target, I call by the Grievous, and he just scooped it up. Which is so nice.
It's really good.
But it was just like, it kind of didn't do a lot. I think I was really scared about Dimension Shifter. I was really scared about playing Flu or Kashtira.
Did you have any of those matchups?
No, I played 2 Voiceless, 1 Labyrinth, 1 dude who's playing like Rogue, Goblin Biker, Gold Pipe Punk. Silly game. That was the thing where I drew the 2 of this in the fuzzies.
Good matchup to draw there.
Yeah, I played Pure Snake Eyes, which was super close just because Snake Eyes is ridiculous recovery. For the final non-engine, 3 Ash. I kind of hated this card today, or the OTS, because Fire King just summons Heat Up, makes Princess with that, and then they make Amlo out, so it's like... that was really frustrating, but I think other than that, it was really effective, especially against Labyrinth, that one matchup. I asked him first game, he passed on a set Chandelure, and then I summoned a Rising Rebellion, popped it, summoned another Rising Rebellion, just attacked for AK right there. It was ridiculous. Yeah. But it does some good. I played 2 Nibiru. I really think I might play 3. I only saw it come up once, and it was against the first match with Voiceless Voice, and it was the most ridiculous thing. I was setting on a towers. He goes Chaos Angel as a 5th summon. I activate Nibiru. He chains the Skull Guardian. I chain the Omni Negate Raid Raptor Trap, and then he chains Cerebus, and I'm like, ah.
Oh, ouch.
So then Nibiru doesn't go anything, and he swings with 2 Skull Guardians. It was kind of ridiculous, but I think the weakest matchup for this is Voiceless, just because Voiceless.
Voiceless has good matchups against some of the best decks right now.
I just think it's 4100 attack is really strong. Like Ultimate Falcon will dwindle that down after after one turn, but other than that, it just takes a minute to do anything. Effect Veiler, I'm playing a 2, and then for the final engine, we're playing 3 Imperm. Anytime I was going second or going into game 3, I sided these 5 out. Yeah, I think the only things I really would cut from the main deck, it's like I was saying, probably the Noir and the Pain Lanius. I just didn't see it come up enough. It's very strong. Like if you've already used Tribute Lanius off of Arsenal Falcon, just summon Noir, search this. I get you another extra level 4 into Wise Tricks or Force Tricks. I don't know, sometimes it came up, sometimes it didn't. Going into the extra deck, it's kind of standard. They're playing 3 Force Tricks. This card is not once per turn, or it's a once per copy. So I just make 2 of those per turn. People keep saying that you're gonna burn through 3. I've seen it happen. I saw it probably once happen where I got close to needing the 3rd one. But it's just not strong enough to play. If you're going into all 3, you're diving too deep in your deck. You're dumping too much to get the same board as just using 2. Playing 2 Raiders Knight. A lot of people like this at 1. I'm playing 2 just because I was a little scared to catch Tiara, Unicorn, rip this. It's just like, now I had to do I had to spend a lot more time doing it. Especially under Raiders Ring, this card's busted. You rank up into Force Tricks sets, they still can't Imperm. You activate Skip Force, rank it up to Arsenal Falcon. Arsenal Falcon gets the search, or it gets the summon. Then you go into Ultimate Falcon with this thing. Like, they can't, if this has, like, I had a guy, I was playing against an opponent who had 3 Effect Veiler in hand. I normal summon Raiders Wing, chain some more, summon both. Making the Raiders Knight, and he tried Effect Veiling. I'm like, dude, you can't. Yeah. It has to target it, and he just had to sit there. He scooped eventually as soon as they made Arsenal Falcon, because it's like, this is just too good. Raiders Wing is busted under one of these dudes. I'm playing 1 British Tricks. I've seen people play 2. I really like 1 because it really dodges Droll. I got Drolled a couple times because a lot of people sided in thinking it's going to be really good. This thing just sets from deck. It can set or add. So if I choose set, they have to Imperm it or something. But if I had the Raiders Wing, so like a lot of times I have Raiders Wing, Raiders Knight under it, Raiders Tricks detach this, keep the Raiders Wing, and then set from deck so they can't Ash it.
Yeah.
And now they just have a dead Ash in their hand. It was pretty busted. This card is so good for no reason. Also,
this card, I hate this.
This card is so dumb. I think if they're gonna hit anything in this deck, they're gonna have to hit this, because this card, into a free summon and its effects aren't negated, and then you get this off the field, like link it off, and there you go. Now you have a towers. Like, because all it has to do is leave the field with a winged beast under it. It's integrated with 4 Tricks on it. Next turn, you make an Ultimate Falcon, or chain 1, your Wise Tricks, chain 2 that, summon Ultimate Falcon. You set on the towers. They're not gonna be able to out it fast enough. Yeah, it's just busted. This guy, everyone hates, and I really love him. Just because
the Harpy's Feather Duster.
This is the Harpy's Feather Duster one.
Yeah,
and it's really easy. A really big pickle that I came into is people would negate me searching or negate this summon. So I would have to go into a Force Tricks and then Raiders Knight. And then I think the biggest game I had Raiders Knight and Grave, Force Tricks on field. I used the quick play to summon into the Raid Raptor's Adlight Cannon, blew up his back row. This thing is not once per turn for its attack loss, like when to weaken something. So you do it once on something. Usually you're gonna have like 5+ Raid Raptors in your grave, so it can just one punch things all the time. I hit an Ambulance Whale, one tapped it, Warlord Savage. It was killing everything. And I think a lot of people were wanting to cut this down. I just think it's too good. It's just strong enough. You can't respond to the spell and trap destruction. So you have to hit it on summon, or not, you just lose. Getting into the towers. Ultimate Falcon. This card is busted. You summon off of Arsenal Falcon, and you activate its effects. Your opponent can't activate card effects for the rest of the turn. They have to nib you here, or they just have a dead rock in their hand. Plus, it burns for 1,000 in the end phase, so especially if you're going into time, which I had to see a couple times. I link away everything, go into Arsenal Falcon, tribute for Y Strix, chain 1, chain 2 Arsenal Falcon, summon this, pass. Burn for 1,000, they just can't recover from that. 2 Rising Rebellion, this card's nutty. Blow up the board. It's unaffected, you can't negate it. It's just insane. It also copies the monster's effects, it also burns. Finally, for the last Raid Raptor stuff, playing 2 Y Strix. This card is really good, especially if the first one gets impermed. Like I saw that a couple times, Fire King player impermed the first effect to summon from deck, and then I just lead summon the second one for the equip spell effects, and then it's still full combo. You get your 2 towers. I can understand cutting it down to 1, but I think especially against something that can look in your extra deck, it weakens it. I like to play 2 of everything because all of these are really good in their own way, but I think that you could cut down on it just because you're playing so much gas. If you wanted to play like the Dark Requiem package, which summons like Bardiche, and then it goes in the Dark Requiem, which is 3 negates plus it summons an XYZ from Grape. I think I summoned it on you a couple times. That's just really good. I think it loses sometimes really easily.
It loses to like a talent or something.
It also loses to Nib really fast. The last 2 cards, Rebellion. This card's stupid. I hate this card. I only summoned it like twice, and both times I was already in a winning position. But this just ends games right away. Blank the board, and then just punch someone for like 20k. I think the highest attack that I got for this card was I think the highest attack I got to this card at the OTS tournament, I think it was 18,700.
Good grief.
And it was because I was sitting on 3 towers, and that's 11,500 already. So like and he had like a dip token on his field, so I was able to just like kick him.
Yeah, I didn't know that card.
The card's too good.
Easy.
Last card, Baguska. This card came up a couple times just because they had like 4 interruptions in hand, and I'm like, okay, make this pass. And then they can't out it. A lot of decks can't out Baguska right now, because a lot of people rely, like especially Fire King relies on their monster effects resolving. So like if they normal summon, they can't normal summon Ash, they can't normal summon Poplar. Oak's kind of useless for a little bit because it just summons in defense and their effects are negated.
Did you ever hope that you had any other cards in here like Zeus or Typhon?
The thing is that if I want to play those, you have to get rid of Fuzzy, because Fuzzy
locks you into
it locks you. Well, you can't activate Fuzzy. Like if you can't activate any of Fuzzy's effects if you've activated another monster's effect this turn. That's not a Raid Raptor.
Wow. Okay. Gotcha.
Which is so silly. It's such a weird clause, but it means that you can't use Zeus. It also locks you into Raid Raptor. So if you summon you can't summon Baguska off of Fuzzy, because it locks you into Raid Raptors. You also can't summon Arc Rebellion, which is sometimes where this card didn't need to come up. I think it was really solid. Baguska came up a couple times. I think if I would have traded out for something, I was really tempted to play the rank 12 towers. It's not good at all. It's pretty bad. It just says it's unaffected, but it's a towers. And sometimes like they get rid of my Brave Strix, and I'm like, okay, well now I have 3 rank 4s sitting here. Like that another towers would be nice right now. Plus it returns everything from the banish back to the grave, so you can just recycle it your next turn. I'm kind of tempted to play it.
Get you out of a pinch every now and then?
It can get me out of the pinch.
Would it get you out of a pinch more than Baguska get you out of a pinch is really the question, I guess.
Exactly. It's like I'm not gonna summon it going first. It's always gonna be going second card. The side deck, I couldn't figure out what I wanted to play because I wasn't sure what I was scared of. I think our whole team was not expecting to see what we did. I think the main concern was Branded and Fire King, and it was majority voiceless, so that kind of sucks. First card, Droll.
I was sided pretty hard against voiceless and didn't draw any of it.
Really? I don't think I saw any of my sided cards until I think game 4. I just couldn't see anything, and I was like,
Those are good against Witches.
Yes. Deity Crow, yeah, 3 troll, 3 Deity Crow. Soul Release, I was really scared of Fire King. This Fire King just keeps going. I opened this once during the day, and when I did, I ashed the guy, and he talents and spun this out of my hand. I'm like, oh. Well, 3 Dock Ruler, and then 3 Cosmic Cyclones, because I just needed the removal. Floodgates are evil. I hate those things. I think they all should be banned. And I think that having this was a very safe option. Dark Ruler was also very safe. I don't get the burn. You don't get the burn off of Rising Rebellion, because when this thing has 3 material, it burns as well. So if you Dark Ruler and then make that, you don't get the burn, but you also get the board cleared really fast. Like I decided to set in Voiceless Voice, dropped it on them. They didn't have any more interruptions, so it was just like, now they just have to sit there and let me play the game. It's not our turn, it's my turn. But I mean, other than that, it was pretty chill. Cosmics, I really wish I saw a lot more often.
Yeah.
I wish I did see it a lot more often, because it would have helped a lot more. But I think the MVP of the night was Droll. I got my funny playset signed by Triff Gaming.
Oh, nice. That's what that is.
Yeah.
That's cool.
But even then, I was like, the Drolls, a lot of the side deck didn't come up.
Congratulations on your OTS champion victory.
Yeah, appreciate it, man. It was a lot of fun. I wanted to play you, but no. Every single game, we were like
Right
one
next to
spot
each
off
other.
from each other for like 6 games.
Yeah. Well, sweet.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing the profile, and yeah, we'd love to hear you guys' thoughts. Hit us up in the comments.
Yeah.
You guys have a good one.
Yeah.
See you.
See you later, man.